So when I tell you it's real weird out here, yeah, I'm sure you're feeling it, even starting with myself. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to have you here. It's your girl, Kia, and I want to welcome you to my cozy little space on the internet. And I'm so happy to be here with you and unpack this weird energy. And let me just start by saying this weird ish starts with me. Why have I been so weird about even recording a video for YouTube? Like, if I could tell you how long it's been on me, like heavily on me, like a midget chasing me down the street, like record the video, record the video. And I've never approached anything unscripted. I usually always know, what I'm going to say to a certain extent. And I am truly just showing up. I just press the record button and we're going to see how this thing goes. So, yeah, got over myself finally. I have no idea, y'all, how long this video is going to be. The nature really of the video, other than just what I've been experiencing with this weird energy. And like I said, I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels this way, even about themselves. Like, why are we so weird about certain things? Like, and let me be very clear, and I may be all over the place because remember, I don't have notes. So, and coming from the perfectionist, which in turn has resulted more in procrastination, that's your girl here. So literally I just don't understand how we get in our own way. Why I thought I had to have the best equipment, the best this and that. And at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is that I want to connect with like-minded, beautiful souls who feel me, on a different level. That's not on the superficial stuff, you know what I mean? And just getting it out there. Like, you don't necessarily care that this or that is happening that I'm probably fixated on. So again, I'm so happy to be here with you guys. And yeah, so just giving you a little backstory on me. My name is Nakia. I am an artist of many forms, mostly makeup. Well, I should say my experience has been in makeup for a long time. Built a platform on Instagram, and it just got to the point where people started getting weird. And when I say people started getting weird, like when you have built an audience based on one aspect of yourself or what you deemed as being who you were, people, no matter how much you evolve, people are going to always want to put you in that category. And so when you start switching it up and starting talking about evolution and things like that, especially in, not everybody is superficial in the makeup industry, but let's be real, the majority is. And they're not on my page for the talk of, spirit and shadow work and getting your stuff together. Like, they want to hear about the fashion and the lipstick and this and that. And so people just start getting weird. And so what my goal was is to, yes, there are aspects of me that are truly passionate about all the fly things. I'm a lover and an appreciator of all things beautiful in every capacity. But that's not ultimately who I am in my totality. And so I literally just wanted to have a platform where I draw in my tribe who get it, who still listen. We gonna talk about some fly stuff, but we also gonna talk about a whole bunch of evolution as well. And so I'm so happy that you're here with me on this journey. And back to that weird stuff. Like, you ever just wake up one day in your journey? And let me be clear, I've been on a journey because when it comes to healing and all these things that we're going to ultimately be the highest versions of ourselves, like, I don't know if people really know what that looks like. Like, Do you think you're gonna be hanging around the same people, and you're trying to call in new energy, new people, places, and things? Do you think that, still doing the same things, still talking about the same things, that all of a sudden, like, you're just gonna miraculously have an altered reality? No, that's not the case. And so I know myself personally, going through my journey of evolution, I'm at a point right now where stuff is weird. People that once were just such a constant, my everyday everything, don't even know how to really approach me anymore, because I know I'm presenting myself a little different. I have definitely been in somewhat of a hermit mode for probably, I would say, the last year, intensely in the last 6 months. And, during the hermit mode times, that is where you're basically in the lab. Like, you're really just figuring out what works, unrooting things, unlearning things. And you can't do that with a lot of noise. And so, I'm basically here to tell you that the weird stuff is okay. How you're feeling, it's normal. And ultimately, when you evolve, it's levels to it. So, ultimately, it may look this way, and then you may unpack something else, and then you're evolving into something else. So get very comfortable with having to probably reintroduce yourself, because that's really what it is. And, it's just okay to embrace the weird, even when you may be kind of weird. I think some of the best people are weird, but you know what I mean? Because it's authentic. And so much of the cookie cutter, doing what we deem as being acceptable in society and things like that, that's where it gets boring. And that's where I start to personally feel weird, because I feel like I'm having to shrink to be in certain environments. And ultimately, I want to shine my light as weirdly and as brightly as I can, and call in those energies that are going to resonate with that. And you also can have this safe place with me to be weird and, just know that you're not by yourself in this journey of just figuring it out as you go along. And working through the weird energy, working through the things that are coming to the surface, that it's like we're calling in this change. I know for me, I've been calling in this change, manifesting, these dreams and these visions that I that have been placed in my spirit at a very young age, and not really knowing what that looks like, and being okay with the unknown, and not really knowing what in the world is going on. Because literally, y'all, I don't know what in the hell is going on most of the time. I'm just taking, some days it's day by day, and others it's moment by moment. But I'm here to just be authentic and show that side, and not always the highlight reels that we've become so accustomed to on, like, the Instagrams and things like that, which is cool. But again, I just really wanted to have a safe place here with you, calling in my tribe of, just beautiful souls that, we can just share our experiences. And ultimately, not even really knowing what the premise of my page was going to be, I titled it Evolution of Kia. So it's definitely, you're going to be along this journey. And just, I've been called to create somewhat of a digital diary, because I want to literally showcase what God does in my life. Because do you ever feel like you're at this point where it's almost like waiting for a bus? Not even a bus, because I like being on standby. And I've actually never flown standby, because my nerves, like, when I tell y'all I'm a control freak and need to know what's going on, like, that's, so I can just only imagine this, which is why this is probably the best comparison. Just being on standby, but for like a minute, like in this place of knowing that you're going somewhere, but you don't necessarily know the destination. You're just literally waiting for the green light, or for your name to be called, essentially. And I feel these major shifts coming in so many ways. And, just being able to acknowledge the fears that come up. Um, just say, hey, I see you, but you're not going to continue to stand in the way of me moving forward. I'll never forget a professor in college that I loved, and he had a quote, and it didn't quite resonate so much at the time, but as I've gone along in my journey, it really resonates more and more. And he said simply, most people fear success, which sounds crazy, right? But there's a lot of people that don't obtain success. And so with that, there's a lot of unknown, just unknown things that go along with success. Not knowing the responsibility that you're going to take on, not knowing too much is given, much is required, what those requirements look like. And so there's, in a lot of ways, us just being comfortable in our stagnant nature, even though we can't stand it and we're craving for change. Like, it's this weird place. And so I just want to share with you guys what God does in my life, because you can't make it up, right? Like, I'm at this point where I don't really know where he's going to take me, but I'm open to the journey and I'm open to sharing it with you, so that I can be an inspiration in any way, shape, or form. And one thing I know about God is God likes to show out. And so I am here to put on a show, essentially create a platform for that, so God can work through me and inspire you. And I'm just, again, so happy to share this with you guys. It's been a long time coming. And like I said, I'm real big on receipts. And so I felt like so called on so many levels to just press record, just record the video. And, hopefully some of this is making sense. But I know I'm not alone in this. And I know, I just want to share my light and share my love with you, and also share some fashion tips, some art stuff, some makeup stuff. Like, there's so many aspects to me. So I don't want to just box myself in here. But again, it's weird out here, y'all. Whether it be with yourself or the weird energy around you, or you just in this point where people are just being weird to you based on your own evolution, it's okay. Keep going. Like, people are going to talk anyway. They're going to talk if you still in the same position that they want you to be in. And they're going to talk about you if you're stepping outside and choosing yourself and choosing that thing, or just that life that you so desire. So choose your poison. Like, I would say, let's go with option B and just do the thing, whatever that may be, and let them talk. And just know that those people might have definitely served as a major role in your life, but everybody can't go. And really being able to accept that is the first step. And just imagine this, right? And again, when I tell y'all, like, I will definitely use this channel to speak about my experiences, but there's a lot of things, y'all, that I'm going through as I'm telling you. So it's not like I'm the expert in a lot of these things. I'm literally just sharing my truth and just hoping that it resonates with someone. But literally, I just show up every day. That's all you can do, is make a conscious effort to just show up. Don't worry about what people have to say, and just know that when you show up as your authentic self, even if it's a little goofy, yo, I'm goofy. Like, for real, I'm legit goofy. I can be a little ditzy sometimes, so you might catch a couple of those, and that's okay. But ultimately, when you show up as you, which I know is terrifying to a lot of people, your actual tribe, they gonna see you, and you're gonna want them to see you in your true nature, because that's when you know they're for you. I was so tired of, and again, I still have my other platforms, but I was just tired of being in this box that one, I created for myself and others want to put you in, because understand that there are certain people, and they may not do it intentionally. Once they've had an idea of who you are to them, or what you're going to be, or if they figured out that regardless of what you're doing, like, they're going to always be more successful in some capacity. Like, please know, people have always or already put you in a certain category. So when you start rearranging files and you're like, no, I'm not in that file anymore, like, I'm over here, like, it makes people very uncomfortable. So, also adding to the weird, like, just pay attention. When you start shifting, just know that your evolution is going to make others uncomfortable. And while I know that sounds crazy, like, you would think the people that love us and support us the most, like, would want to see us grow, but not so much, because guess what that does? That is magnifying rather what they're not doing and the steps that they're not taking. And your light is triggering because it's showing and shedding light to the areas that they're not willing to address. And that's okay. It's just acknowledging that, removing yourself from certain situations, and aligning with those individuals that align with your highest timeline, your highest version. Ultimately, that is where the best days lie ahead for you. And like I said, I am just so happy to share my journey with you. And, just know that life is truly a balance of knowing what to hold on to and knowing what to let go. And literally, I live by that every single day. So to the weird stuff, to the weird souls that find their way here, I love you. I'm so happy to have you, because we look, the weird stuff ain't stopping here. All right. So I thank you so much for tuning in. I'm new to this, so I don't know all the things yet. All right. Catch me in like a month and see where I'm at with it. But like this video, okay? And subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. And just stay tuned, y'all. I really am looking forward to the journey with you. So until next time, peace, y'all.